The luxury dining room of John Mansion was silent except for the sound of cutlery. You nervously held a small envelope from the hospital. Jungkook, the youngest billionaire CEO in the country, didn't even look up from his tablet. So, what did the doctor say? Fingers trembled. The baby is healthy and you forced a smile. Everything is normal, he nodded. Good. My grandfather has been waiting for the hour a son will finally continue the family name. Those words pierced your heart. Only an hour earlier, the doctor had whispered the truth. As a baby girl, tears filled your eyes as you remembered seeing her tiny hands on the ultrasound. She was perfect, but Jungkook had spent months talking about his future son, teaching him business, making him the upcoming CEO. You couldn't tell him, not after hearing him tell his assistant, I don't have time for disappointment. That night, you lay awake, holding your stomach. My princess, you whispered, I promise I'll protect you. Little did you know someone had heard everything. Jungkook's grandmother stood outside your room with tears in her eyes. Weeks passed. You hide the truth from everyone. Every kick from your daughter made you smile and cry at the same time. One afternoon, you accidentally overheard a conversation in Jungkook's office. If it's a daughter, his business partner joked. He smirked. The Jeon Group needs a successor. A son is simply more suitable. Your world shattered. You quietly just walked away. That evening, he found you were packing clothes. What are you doing? Nothing. He grabbed your wrist. You have been avoiding me. I can see why, he said. When you looked into his eyes, if our baby were a girl, would you still love her? Without thinking what he answered, I don't want to discuss impossible situations with you. Those words became the final reason. At midnight, while the mansion slept, you left with a small suitcase. You switched off your phone. You rented a tiny apartment in another city far from him, far from his excess, 7 months pregnant, completely alone. One night you cried into your pillow, but morning you touched your stomach and smiled. For you, my baby, I'll survive. I promise to you. Back at the mansion, Junko came home to an empty room. On the bedside, Tavis was only one letter. I'm sorry, I can't stay where my child is not wanted. His hands shook. For the first time in years, fear entered his heart. 3 days, no calls, no messages, no trace. Jungkook searched every hospital, every hotel near him, every place you loved. His grandmother finally slapped him across the face. You foolish man, he stared at her. Do you know why she left you? Because she was carrying your girl. And everything became silent. A girl? Yeah. And your wife was terrified you would reject your own daughter. The letter fell from his hand. Memories rushed back. Your smile, your excitement level, those tiny pink socks hidden in your drawer. You had already accepted your daughter while he was chasing an imaginary heir. That night, he sat alone in the nursery. For the first time, he noticed one forgotten ultrasound picture under it was your handwriting. Daddy, I already love you. His tears dropped onto the photo. Meanwhile, you suddenly felt sharp pain. The landlord rushed you to the hospital. The doctor frowned. Your blood pressure is dangerously high. You closed your eyes. Please Save my baby. Heavy rain poured outside. Jungkook's private investigator finally found your location. He drove through the storm without stopping. He reached the hospital, he saw you being rushed into the delivery room. Your face was pale. Your eyes met for 1 second. Then the doors closed hours past. Jungkook waited outside like a broken, shattered man. He whispered, I don't care if she's a girl. I really don't care. I just want both of you to be safe, Vine. Suddenly, shiny cry echoed through the hallway. Nurse smiled. Congratulations. His heart raced. God have you a beautiful daughter. His slowly entered inside the room. You were exhausted but awake. In your arms slept the tiniest baby with round cheeks and little fist. Jungkook carefully touched her hand, and her tiny fingers wrapped around his thumb. Something inside him completely changed. His eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry, I'm almost lost the greatest gift of my life. You watched silently as the powerful businessman cried like a child. The little girl yawned, and for the first time, Jungkook smiled as a father. 1 year later, Jungkook Group held its annual gala. Hundreds of reports gathered, everyone except Jungkook, to announce a future male successor. Instead, he walked onto the stage carrying his little daughter. She giggled while playing with his toy. He kissed her forehead. My greatest achievement isn't this company. Audience became silent. It's becoming a father. Cameras flashed nonstop. I continued. I once believed strength belonged only to sons. He looked at you in front of row. My wife taught me that love has no gender. Tears rolled down your cheeks. He stepped down from the stage and held your hand. I'm sorry for every tear you cried alone. You smiled softly. I forgive you. Your daughter suddenly clapped her tiny hands, making everyone laugh. A year later, she would become one of the smartest leaders in the country, and every interview ended with the same question: Who inspired you? She would always smile. My mother, who protected me before I was even born, and my father, who learned that a daughter's love can change even the strongest heart.